Welcome to DeenReport. For Muslims, by Muslims. Here are your top stories of the day, what's happening, what's verified, and why it matters for Muslim communities around the world. Let's get into it.
In Sweden, a 22-year-old Muslim woman says she was denied a security guard job after a recruiter told her she could not wear a hijab with the company uniform, even though she says she had progressed through tests and interviews and believed she was close to being hired. The company has not discussed the specific details of her application publicly, but it has issued a written statement saying it welcomes the debate and will review its uniform policy, while stressing diversity and inclusion. The dispute is now bigger than one job interview. It raises a question many Muslims, especially women, recognize across Europe. When a headscarf is treated as incompatible with neutral professional appearance, does that become a barrier to stable work and equal opportunity? Sweden's discrimination law bans unfair treatment in recruitment and also covers policies that appear neutral but may disproportionately affect a faith group unless they're justified and applied consistently. For full coverage, visit DeenReport.com. Indonesia's Aceh province is still rebuilding after the floods and landslides that hit parts of Sumatra in late 2025. In one highland community, the Tinggi village in Gayo Lues, residents are now working side by side with Indonesian army troops to build a temporary mosque so daily prayers and community life can continue while homes, roads, and basic services are repaired. Indonesian media reports say the same unit has also helped with clean water access, small electrical repairs at a local clinic, school cleanups, and basic health outreach. Supporters see the mosque build as a practical act of solidarity, especially in a region where faith spaces often double as community hubs after crisis. At the same time, wider recovery raises ongoing questions that matter to affected families: how fast temporary housing will be completed, how aid is tracked, and whether local voices stay central in rebuilding decisions. For full coverage, visit DeenReport.com. The Palestinian Authority says Israeli settlers entered the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound 4,397 times in January, warning of a growing push to change the long-standing status quo at one of Islam's holiest sites. Palestinian officials say some visits were accompanied by Israeli officials and included actions they describe as provocative inside the compound. Israel has not immediately responded to the January figures, and the data is difficult to verify independently because entry and policing are controlled by Israeli authorities. The report comes as Palestinians in occupied East Jerusalem describe rising pressure from evictions and demolitions in areas close to the old city, including Silwan, while UN humanitarian reporting continues to track displacement linked to demolitions and permit enforcement. With Ramadan approaching, access to Al-Aqsa remains a sensitive flashpoint for Muslims worldwide, where questions of worship, dignity, and equal treatment carry deep meaning. For full coverage, visit DeenReport.com.
Thanks for watching DeenReport. For Muslims, by Muslims. That's your top 3 stories of the day. We'll be back tomorrow with your next daily briefing. And if you want the bigger picture, join us each week for our weekly roundup, bringing together the key developments you may have missed. For full reporting,